Hello children, everyone open your EVS textbook page number 83, lesson 7, water. So I hope everyone knows about water. Yes or no children? Everyone knows about water, whether it is essential or not, whether what? Whether we can live without water or not. Yes or no? So we should not waste water and we should use it carefully without wasting it. So now let us learn about water, what they have given here. Okay, so they have given water is very essential for the life of plants and animals. Yes or no children? It is very essential for the life of plants and animals. Without water they can't live. Even we human beings, and also the animals, and the human beings is also called as the animals, right? So we human beings, plants and animals cannot live without water. It is very essential in our life. Crops cannot be grown without water. Yes or no? Even the crops what a farmer will grow, even that will not grow without the water. So you have all heard when the farmer will be saying that there is no rain this year, so the crops are not come properly. Yes or no children? You will remember it, no? So they will all say it. You have remembered it. Yes or no? In the same way, if a farmer wants to grow the crops, water is very essential. So water is a basic need for all. It is a basic need. What do you mean by basic need? Everyone must and should want that. That is the basic need. Though he is poor, though he is rich, it may be a child, it may be an adult, it may be an old, ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಾಗಿರಲಿ, ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವರಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಯಾರೇ ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? ನೀರು ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. ಅದೊಂದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೀಡ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೀರು ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಮರಗಿಡಗಳಿಗಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸಿಗಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿರಲಿ, ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ essential. So there are many uses of water. Not only for drinking we use water, there are many uses of water. So water is a very important resource. It is a very important resource. If there is no water on the earth, then no one will be alive on the earth. Not even a plant, not even an animal, and also human being ಅಂತೂ ಇಲ್ಲವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ there will be no human being, there will be no life. The life will not exist on the earth. If water is there itself, the life will be existed. It is called life liquid. So what is the water called, children? Water is called as a life liquid. 71% of the earth's surface is covered by water. So how much percent of water is covered by, how much percent of earth is covered by water, children? 71%. So in this lesson, what all the things you will study, you know about the sources of water, you will understand about the physical characteristic of water, you will appreciate the biological importance of water, and you know the importance of conservation methods of water, and verify the traditional and modern ways of water conservation. So you will be knowing all of this. Okay, so let us see here. Recall the distribution of water on the earth that you have learnt in your previous class. So in the previous class you have learnt about the distribution of water. Now we will, so there are some questions here. Where can you find more water on earth? So these questions must be answered by you, children. So this will be the work for you. So where can you find more water on earth? What is the consumable quantity of fresh water? What are the sources of fresh water? Write here the sources of water that you know. Okay, so what you should write? Where can you find more water on earth? More water in the earth, where will you find? And also, what is the what is the consumable quantity of fresh water, and what are the sources of fresh water. So they are asking the sources of fresh water. Where will you get the fresh water? And write here the sources of water that you know, and the sources of water what you know, you should write it down there. Okay, so you should write it and you should send it to me. Next, rain is the main source of water. So which is the main source of water, children? Rain is the main source of water. Let us know about other sources. So we know that rain is the main source of water. Still there are many other sources. Let us see which are those. First one is the ocean. See, look at here, look at the picture here, children. This is the picture of the ocean. Oceans are the biggest sources of water on the earth. So oceans are the biggest source of water. So lot of water we can find on the earth is in oceans. Okay, next one comes the, look at the globe here, children. See, this is the globe. You can see the globe, no? So in the globe, blue color indicates the portion of earth covered by water. See, this blue color is there, no, children? It indicates the water. So how much the earth has been covered by water, no? So this blue color indicates the water. Then comes rivers. Rain is the source of river water also. So as I said, rain is the main source of water. It is also the source for the river water. Melted snow from mountains reaches the river during summer. So melted snow from mountains reaches the river during summer, because during the summer season the snow will get melted and it will reach the river. So rivers overflow, all the rivers flow in their definite route and finally reach the ocean. So the rivers will flow and they will reach the ocean. Name some important rivers of Karnataka. So you should write some important rivers of Karnataka. Which are the rivers of Karnataka, children? You should write it down here. Okay. Next comes the springs. So what do you mean by springs? Let us see here. Water that is stored under the earth's crust and comes out due to the pressure through an opening is called spring. Spring andre enu? The water which is stored under the earth crust, okay, and comes out due to the pressure through an opening is called spring. Rain water which enters the earth through its loose portions will be collected as underground water, and that comes out in the form of spring. Okay, as you can see here, see, there is a picture here of a spring. The water which is collected under the earth crust, okay, and which will come out in the form of spring. So did you understand, children? Spring is nothing but the water which is stored under the earth's crust and come out due to the pressure through an opening. Pressure ಇಂದ ಅದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಅರ್ತ್ ಕ್ರಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿತ್ ದ pressure it will come out. That is called as spring. Okay, next comes the wells. Wells, I hope everyone knows about the wells. Yes or no, children? You know about the well, no? Yeah, underground water obtained by digging the earth's crust to a certain depth is called well. Underground water obtained by digging the earth's crust. Digging andre ಏನು, ವೆಲ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸೊ ಬೈ ಡಿಗ್ಗಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ get the water. Yes or no? So by digging the earth's crust to a certain depth is called well water. How many types of wells are there? Which are they? Right here. So we should write how many types of wells are there and which are those. Next comes, know this: due to the excessive utilization of underground water, it is getting exhausted. So nowadays we are using a lot of underground water. So It is getting exhausted. It can be regained by the observation of rainwater into the earth. So again, if it want to be regained, means there should be a good rain. Soak pits must be constructed for this purpose. We have to minimize the utilization of underground water, and we have to follow some restoration methods like rainwater harvesting and recycling of water. So as we are using a lot of underground water, we should use a little bit. We should minimize the use of underground water, and we have to follow some restoration methods. Which are the restoration methods, children? It is rainwater harvesting and recycling of water. Okay, next comes ponds. So everyone have heard of ponds now, children? So everyone knows about ponds now. An artificial man-made low-level portion of land. So ponds are the man-made. It is an artificial man-made low-level portion of land because it will not be very deep. It will be a low level because it is man-made. To store water is called a pond. So what is pond, children? An artificial man-made low-level portion of land to store water is called pond. Its capacity of water storage is less. The capacity of the water storage is less because it is low level portion of land. Yes or no? It is constructed in such a way that rainwater which drains from high level will be stored here. So why it is constructed? It is constructed in such a way like the rainwater which drains from high level will be stored here, and rainwater reaches ponds by running through rivulets. Rivulets ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನೀರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ponds. So these are the artificial man-made thing to collect the rainwater is called the pond. Okay, and also the water will comes from the small streams. Small streams are also called as rivulets. Got it? Next comes the reservoirs. Dams are constructed across the rivers to store water throughout the year and to supply water to places where there is a scarcity, and also for multi-purpose projects. These are capable of storing water in large scale and they are called reservoirs. So everyone has seen the reservoirs, no? So dams are constructed across the rivers to store water. So the dams have been constructed across the river to store the water throughout the year and to supply water to places where there is scarcity and also for multi-purpose projects. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿನ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿನ ಅಭಾವವಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೀರನ್ನು ಕಳ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್ನ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕೇಪಬಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್. ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ವಾಯ್ರ್ಸ್. Okay, I hope you have all understood it. Yes or no, children? Did you understand what do you mean by reservoirs? Okay, write the names of water reservoirs in Karnataka. So you should write the names of water reservoirs in Karnataka. Collect the picture of the water reservoir and paste here. So you should collect the picture of the water reservoir. You know there is a water reservoir in Hassan. Yes or no? So take a picture of it and paste it down here. Got it? With the help of these pictures, note down the differences of ponds and reservoir in these boxes. Write their uses. Also get the help of the teacher. So pond and reservoir, you should write the differences between the pond and reservoirs. You write it down, children, and I will also send it to you what are the difference between the ponds and reservoirs and what is the use of ponds and reservoir. Okay, so there are many differences. Sir, no, what are the difference between the ponds and reservoirs, children? What is the difference between the ponds and reservoirs? In the pond, the animals will drink water, yes or no, but in the reservoirs they can't drink the water. And first of all, in pond it is artificial and man-made. Even this is also, the reservoir is also the dams that is constructed by the man itself, yes or no. And it is the low level portion, but the reservoir is high level portion. There will be a lot of water which is stored, yes or no. So there are many differences between the ponds and rivers, reservoirs, and also the users. I will send it to you, children. Okay, next one comes to the think. Our elders constructed tanks, ponds, and open wells to conserve water. Nowadays, reservoirs are constructed to conserve water. Which one is eco-friendly among these? Why? So, you should think it. In the olden days, they were constructing the tanks, ponds, and open wells, and nowadays we are constructing the dams. We are constructing the reservoirs. So, which is the eco-friendly? You should write it down. So there is a work for you here. Collect the information about tank, pond, open well, or reservoir which are near your locality by visiting with your teacher or elder. In what kind of place it is constructed, how is water collected, what are its uses, in which season of the year will it be full, in which season will it be empty or less, why, for which source do you collect water in your house and at school? Right here. At home, from which source will you collect the water, and at school, from which source will you collect the water? List out the uses of water. In home, what are the uses of waters are there, and at school, why will you use the water? At home, you will use it for, first of all, you will use it for drinking, yes or no. Then washing utensils, watering the plants, washing clothes, and for other daily purposes, yes or no. At school, why will you use the water? You'll use it for washing hands, and also the drinking water facility will also be there, and you will also water the plants. Okay, children, now you have understood now where we will use the uses of water at home and school. So we should write a few of them here. So I think you have all understood the lesson, what I have did today. Next part of the lesson will be done in the next class. Till here, if you are having any doubts about the lesson, what I have done, if you have any doubts, you can just clarify it with me. Okay, so wherever you may be having the doubt, you just clarify it with me, children. Got it? Till then, take care. The next part of the lesson will be done in the next class, and do the homework what I have given to you. Got it? Okay, children, take care.